Hi everyone, hi friends. Before I get into this video, this is a small disclaimer that I'm speaking of myself in terms of the examples that I'm using to explain how my brain works. But you may or may not agree with the way that I think, but we all have our unique ways of processing information and approaching different situations in our life. But for me, math was, and probably will be into the future the way that I think. And will be my personal alibi to many of the aspects of how I approach situations in my life. So for me, math is like a visual. I think in numbers, graphs, calculus, geometry, and the list just goes on. So to help me understand life in my own way, I use math. So I'll admit, I have a really weird way of processing information, and I have trouble relaying that to people. On one hand, I have an inclination for visuals and art and anything aesthetic, and on the other hand, for hard analytics and math. And while these two viewpoints are seemingly very opposing, I believe that they do unify. And I think this could be looked at with any aspect in life. Any two opposing aspects of our own personalities have a way of linking themselves. And I'm about to explain how I think that and why I think that. I'm going to describe this in a very simplified mathematical perspective in terms of linear algebra. So if you've taken a class in linear algebra, this might be slightly easier to understand, but I'll try to explain it best I can for anyone who might not. So think of any two arbitrary single points. One of these points is regarded as math in my mind, and the other as art. Now these 2 points are connected by a single line, unifying them in a respect, thus making it one-dimensional, or a single line. So let's call this just 2 aspects of my personality right now. Now to further this example, let's say I want to learn a new skill. In my case, I'll say communication with words since it's a skill I lack. Now take a third point labeled communication and place it anywhere arbitrarily. And this could be any random point for anybody. But it takes 3 points to create a plane, so automatically, as long as the point isn't placed on the line, a plane is created, and that goes to infinity in every direction. And in that sense, a two-dimensional plane is created. We're no longer in the first dimension, but now in the second dimension. So I only use the simplified version of maybe 1 or 2 dimensions, but we could think of this as like multi-dimensional. We don't just have one single skill or one single ability in our life. Our entire existence is a spectrum of many different combinations of different skills. And these combinations essentially make up these multiple dimensions. So we start off as already a greatly dimensioned being. When we learn new things in life, we're simply adding further dimensions to our life and applying this new thing that we learn to everything else in our life, which literally creates multiple dimensions. So, dimension infinity, what we should aim for. So, what exactly is the message I'm trying to send here? Other than teaching the basics of linear algebra, I guess. Well, many times we tend to stick to our comfort zones. I do especially. And at times it feels like we're stuck and we're not moving forward. When we improve, learn, or understand something new, we create a new point that's not already on our current spectrum of life. And we literally create a new dimension to our lives. So, this was my little life lesson of mathematics and philosophy merged in a simple way that I think. I have other ideas similar to this that I'm a very mathematical person, so a lot of things that I will think about will be in terms of math. So if anybody wants any videos similar to this, I'll be happy to make more if anyone's interested. But yeah, that's all for this video. Goodbye, and please subscribe, would make me happy. I finally figured out how to link things, so here probably is my little subscribe button. Please subscribe to me. Thank you.
In case you guys didn't notice the little joke I'm making with my outfit, here's an alien. Here's NASA. Alien life. Just kidding, I'm actually the alien. Single, talented, singularly skilled. I don't know what I'm trying to say. We're not just singularly skilled or singularly in one